Hey, Gary. Conrad, I'm having car troubles, but I'll be there soon. Car troubles, huh? Save it, Conrad. This is literally the first time you got somewhere faster than me. While you're waiting, you could swing by the restaurant where Cox presumably had dinner and check his alibi. We asked for them to send over tonight's surveillance footage. They said that their camera is, unfortunately, broken right now. Seems to be one of those locations where privacy is part of the service. The restaurant is on the layer above Cox's office and the train station. Go upstairs and take a left. You could have a chat with his wife if she's still here. Her name is Yvonne Cox? Roger that. See you in a bit. I'll give you a call when I have an ETA. Okay, so up the stairs. And to the... Hold, wow. Not clues, logs. Above his office. Am I... Oh, okay. Very interesting place. Here we go. Good evening, sir. Do you have a reservation? Evening. I'd like to talk to Yvonne Cox. Is she here? I must ask, is she expecting you? Not really, no. I'm sorry, but I can only let you in as part of a reservation. Neil Conrad, CDI, would you please lead me to Miss Cox? Would you please follow me? Sir. And that's why it's vital that we keep negotiating with them, no matter what Albert says. Miss Cox? Yes, who are you? Neil Conrad, CDI. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to ask you a few questions. CDI? What did I do to deserve your attention? It's about your husband, actually. Ah, well... Excuse me, Miss Conrad. Jacqueline Hendricks, attorney at law. Miss Cox is my client. You realize that she is not obligated to give you any information about... It's okay, Jacqueline. Let's talk, Mr. Conrad. Would you mind if we stepped outside? I need some fresh air. Lawyers. Jacqueline is a little overprotective sometimes. That's how you know a lawyer is worth their salt. You said this was about Albert? What is it you want to ask me? I was wondering if you could tell me where your husband was around 6 o'clock tonight. We met here with Jacqueline at 17:30 and discussed some business decisions over dinner. About half an hour ago, Albert got a phone call and excused himself. That was us. Sorry for interrupting your dinner. Did Mr. Cox act strange in any way over the last few days? I have no idea. Last time I saw him before tonight must have been 2 weeks ago. Albert and I don't live together anymore. We have all but separated. You're getting a divorce? Maybe. It would be very complicated for our businesses. I see. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for taking the time. Gary, what's up? I'll be there in 10 minutes. What about you? Did you talk to the wife? Yeah, she corroborates his alibi. Do you believe her? I didn't have the impression she'd lie to protect him. Their marriage is apparently more of a pragmatic arrangement at this point. I see. Listen, I got bad news. Moore's not home. He's on holiday according to his wife. Yeah, okay. She said he went to Menami Tree Resort. We're currently trying to confirm this and get a hold of him. Why don't you go talk to Moore's wife, see if you buy that story. Saito says that you're very close by. Move up a layer or two and make a right to leave the market. You should find her apartment there. Come back down to Cox's office when you're done. It's right near the train station. I'll be there in 10.
On my way up to Moore's apartment, I walked through aromatic clouds of fried rice, fish, and mystery meat. I'd been down to Paloon Market once before, with Catherine. It almost surprised me to see that none of the platforms had collapsed in the years since. People were still selling the same junk, some of it probably stolen halfway across the planet.
I was gonna say, as futuristic as it is, right, he's got a bunch of like non-human parts, but they can't just like send me an address. Anybody home? Who's there? Agent Neil Conrad, CDI. I already talked to your colleagues. I know, I'm sorry to bother you once more. You said that your husband went on a vacation, is that correct? Why don't you come in? Can I see your badge? Of course. James went to Manami Tree Resort at Manami, His flight left last night after work. Is there a way to contact him? He left his cell here because he wanted some peace and quiet. Oh, I'm sure that's what it is. What exactly do you want from him? I hope he's not in trouble. Why would you say that? Does he get in trouble a lot? No, not lately. Wouldn't everyone be worried about the CDI knocking on their door? Fair. Not lately. Does your husband have a criminal record? He made some mistakes years ago, and he did his time for it. What did he do? His boss asked him to make a delivery of illegal substances. James got caught, and his boss said he knew nothing about it. Who was his boss at the time? Not Mr. Cox, I suppose. Oh, it was Cox, all right. James was in prison for almost a year and went right back to working for him. He didn't hold a grudge at all? Let's say he didn't have much of a choice. It's hard enough finding a job nowadays, even more so with a criminal record. Thank you, Miss Moore. That's all for now. If your husband gets in touch, tell him to contact me. Here's my cell info. Do you mind if I have a quick look around? Look around? Why not? But please don't make a mess. Oh, okay. A single plate in the sink looks like she had dinner alone. Oh. Two news articles, the Moors hung up on the wall. I downloaded them to my cell. Oxydanol? A highly addictive substance used in lung disease treatment. Oh. Okay. Okay. Millex wins 10-year court case. Negotiations in the Hope scandal finally come to a close last Monday. Millex Mining had made negative headlines almost 16 years ago when hundreds of employees filed a class action lawsuit against the mining giant. Many of them had suffered permanent lung damage after allegedly having been exposed to harmful gases over prolonged periods of time in the mining chamber dubbed Hope on Themis. A long, slow, and expensive back and forth of appeals followed until last week when the Interplanetary Court finally ruled that the company would not be held accountable and did not have to compensate the alleged victims. This conclusion is viewed by many as a great failure of the federal justice system. Neither the mining lobby's system-wide influence nor the Federation's interest in Millex's economic success are a secret, leading many to openly question the integrity of the court's decision. Okay, charges against Cox Security. Last week, a delivery van belonging to the company Cox Security was stopped as part of a routine traffic control. The police found an undisclosed amount of mind-altering substances stowed away under the loading area and arrested the driver on the spot. Facing charges of drug trafficking, the CEO of Cox Security has denied any involvement and claimed the driver was acting of his own accord. If the driver admits fault, he is looking at up to 1 year in prison. Oh boy. Millex. Who was that? Kim? Yeah. That could be based on Gara. Okay. I might have to relook at some of those news articles and maybe rethink Dyson there. But that's very interesting. Maybe it was this this Cox guy, because he seems like the shady type. Okay. Conrad, how did it go with Moore's wife? Well, she doesn't seem to know what her husband is up to. I took a look around the place, though. Good, we need all the information we can get. I'm almost at Cox's building. Meet you there.
Oftentimes in our investigations, the obvious solution would turn out to be the right one. People usually acted in accordance with their interests and their emotions. Whoever we first thought did it, they often turned out to have done it. With Moore and everyone else we had met so far, it always felt that we were at least one step removed from the truth. Nothing about this case was obvious.
Conrad, we need to go up here. Cox has probably been waiting for us for a while. What's with the shabby building? I thought this was a big company. This is just one of their bases of operation, apparently. Listen, Conrad, I just got a call from the AG. She ordered us to arrest Cox. What? From the AG herself? Why? I thought we were just going to question him. Did you tell the AG that we don't suspect Cox of starting the broadcast? I did, but I guess there's been a change of plans. Why does she want us to arrest him? She said that we have strong reason to believe that he is part of the Liberators. Does she bother telling you what she's basing that on? No. No? We don't have the time to waste here, Conrad. Let's go get him. Do you want to do the talking? I'll see if I can have a look around in the meantime. Sure. I don't think he's going to give us trouble, but keep on your toes. He's big in the security business after all. Good evening, Mr. Cox. I'm Agent Long, and this is my partner, Agent Conrad. Good evening. I'm sorry I don't have more chairs in here. We'll stand. I heard there was a break-in on Mr. Brown's watch. I didn't expect that sort of slip-up from him. I apologize. We're not here for him, actually. Mr. Cox, you are under arrest. You are suspected of providing support for an interplanetary conspiracy. I see. Well... Oh. Shit, Gary. Yeah. You just shot a CDI agent. It's over, Mr. Cox. Oh, please, don't overestimate your power. What about your wife? You just leave her behind? I don't care about my wife. She'd be thrilled if I disappeared. Now get out of my way or I'll make you. You still care about your wife. Come on, I know you still care about your wife. I don't give a shit about that bitch. You had your chance. Maybe I should have tried bluffing. Conrad, he's moving. Conrad, are you okay? Yeah, I think. You? Yeah, same. Just some bruises. Glad we wore our vests. What about Cox? Fucker got away. He set his office on fire. Looks like he had something to hide. Shit. I can't believe he got the jump on us like that. We should have been more careful. A manhunt is already underway. We have to get him. So what do we do now? Go back home and take a break. I'll tell the chief what happened. Let the adrenaline settle and hook yourself up to that med bay for a quick checkup. We'll have to wait and see if Moore or Cox turns up. If they do, I'll give you a call. If not, I'll see you at HQ tomorrow. Copy that? Oh boy. Anything here? No. Hey, Neil. Hey, Kat, everything all right? No, Laura's disappeared. What do you mean, disappeared? I told her that she couldn't go to that party, but when I came home from work, she was gone. Sounds like she went away. Yeah, no shit. She doesn't answer her cell, so I called her best friend, Shailene. She says she's at the party, but hasn't seen Laura there. She's probably covering for her, don't you think? I'm not sure about this. Should I go there and see for myself? I'd wait another hour if I were you. She'll be back soon now that Shailene told her you're looking for her. She won't want you to worry for too long. All right. Hey, Neil, you want to swing by for a glass of wine? I'm on the train right now, on my way back from work, and I'm pretty tired. Is it okay if I swing by spontaneously? Oh, yeah, of course. I'm sitting here waiting anyway. If I'm too tired to come and she's still not there in an hour, give me a call, okay? Okay. I mean, I'm obviously going up there. Hey, want to go up on the roof? Yeah, why not? Haven't been up there in a while. It was one of the reasons why we rented the apartment, remember? It is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Of course I do. Getting excited about things is so easy when you're 24. You want a cigarette? I don't... Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Still the same brand, huh? Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of it, but changing things about your life would mean too much work. Funny. Come on, it wasn't aimed at you. I'm that way too. Everyone is. So, how's life going? Okay, I guess. Yours? Same. I know it's silly, but I sometimes still wonder why it didn't work out with us. There was a time when I was so sure we were a perfect match. I've asked myself the same a million times. And? I came up with lots of different answers. We were too young for a kid, I was too focused on my new job, our place was too small. I wanted to find that one good reason to explain it to myself, to make sense of it. But honestly, I think we were just bad at it. We couldn't stop fighting about the same small bullshit. And we kept hurting each other for no reason until we reached a point of no return. That's it. Maybe you're right, but that's sad, don't you think? Yeah. Don't worry too much about Laura, I'm sure she's fine. We should be happy for her that she's having a good time at that party. You said yourself that she had some trouble fitting in with the other kids. Yeah, I know, it's just, I think about the shit I did when I was her age. That's probably why I worry so much about her. But you turned out okay, and I'm sure Laura will too. She's smart. I can barely keep my eyes open. I have to go home now before I fall off this roof. If Laura isn't home in an hour, give me a call, okay? I will. Thanks for swinging by. It was nice to be up here with you again. I'll stay a little longer. What a throwback, huh? It was nice. See you soon. I wonder if she's going to end up getting caught up in all this. The daughter, that is. Shh. Walk. Oop. Nope. I don't know why it takes that long to... It's down here. Oh, nothing, I guess. You know, I haven't been smoking all that much.
I met my own tired gaze in the glass. There were so many things on my mind. Laura's disappearance worried me more than I had shown. I thought that maybe we should have let her go to that party. In hindsight, it probably wouldn't have mattered. And then there was Cox. He was somewhere out there. At the time, I was hopeful we'd catch him and get some much-needed answers, but he hasn't turned up to this day.
Welcome, Mr. Conrad. Your visitor is waiting inside. Oh. Visitor? I'm not expecting anyone. Who is it? Your visitor is ID unknown. What the? I didn't tell you that I was expecting someone. Why did you let them in? I'm sorry. I did not understand the question. Stupid fucking thing. I'll see for myself. Oh boy, here we go. You can put that gun away. Who are you? You got a nice place up here. They pay you well. Show me your face. Turn around. Okay. Lila? Who? Oh, right, my face. I don't like it, to be honest. Wait, it's you. You're the one who assaulted Lila. I'm Zora. Nice to meet you. Slowly put your hands up. I'm here to talk. Put your hands up, or I'll be forced to shoot. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. You can make your own decisions. What do you want? We need a guy in the CDI to help us out with a few things. And why the fuck would I do that? We have your daughter. Oh. I should have led with that. You what? We took your daughter, Laura. No, you're full of shit. You can ask your ex. She's not at home. What'd you do to her? Nothing. She's fine. You work for the Liberators, right? I have a record of your conversation with the man who shot Banny. Is stealing little girls really how they're trying to stand up for their ideals? You'd have to ask them. You'd have to ask them. I don't know or care what they believe in. We're just getting paid. Or rather, we were supposed to, but then you showed up and botched the final step of the plan. Who's we? The kind of people you call when you want a foreign minister dead. So, you're mercenaries. What do you call yourselves? It wouldn't help you even if I told you. And stealing the chief's data was part of your contract with the Liberators? So you pieced that together already, yes. What was on that stick that made it so important? No idea. Wait, you don't know either? I thought you had the drat. I don't. And I don't think I'll get my hands on it anytime soon. Who has it then if you don't? My superiors, if it still exists at all. That complicates things. I guess we'll have to move on to plan B right away. Since the handover went smooth, the Liberators, or South, wow, the Liberators refused to pay us. We need that data to get our money after all. This is where you come in. If you figure out what the data is about, we might be able to locate it in the CDI database and extract it. I'll send a private sheet to your cell. Submit it to us once you found out. I will do no such thing. Don't be difficult, and hand me your cell for a minute, will you? Why? You don't need it to open a sheet. That's for something else. I need to access the CDI network for a moment. What for? To set up a backdoor for our hack. Why are you telling me all this? I could arrest you right here and... But you won't. And I doubt that you could. I'm telling you this because we work together now. The better you do your part, the sooner our client pays us and the sooner you see your daughter again. If you do anything on my cell, they will trace it back to me. Don't worry, I'll use someone else's credentials. Whose credentials? It doesn't matter. Give me your cell. At least tell me who I'd be throwing under the bus. Gary Long. What? No, his job means everything to him. Is that really more important to you than Laura's safety? Come on, she's your only bargaining chip. I'll try to find out what the data was about. That's got to count for something. You're definitely not increasing her chances if you don't cooperate now. Screw it, use my login. You wouldn't want to get yourself in trouble like this. No, you wouldn't want me to get in trouble like this. I'm too important for you. So we agree, it has to be your colleague's credentials. No. Use my credentials or I'm not giving it to you. Fine, but my boss won't be happy about it. This wasn't the plan. Well, good, at least we're screwing with her. Done. So that's it then. I gave you access, and I'll tell you all I find out about that data. You'll let Laura go now, right? That was just the first step. If you keep cooperating, you'll see her again soon. Please, just let her go. She doesn't have to suffer like this. I'll help you anyway, so you'll leave us alone. No can do, sorry. It's not my call. Is this really what you do with your life? Murder and child abduction? I don't have time for this. We're done here. Answer my question. How do you live with yourself? You work for the CDI. Don't you kill and abduct people all the time? Spare me your moral relativism crap. I'm not a mercenary. Sure you are. The CDI is trying to do the right thing. You do whatever the highest bidder tells you to. The right thing? What kind of childish nonsense do you believe in? You don't have to believe in anything to not be evil. I don't believe in anything in particular. And yet, here you are, talking about good and evil. Because we know what that is. We have an intuition for it. Bullshit. There's no such thing. We invented it. No. Look, this lizard over there, he's my friend. He has never done anything evil. He can't. Where in the world did this conversation come from? All animals just do shit for a while and then they die. Look, are you trying to keep me talking? You can't pretend to not care about anything. In fact, I know you do. You were separated from someone you care about. What are you talking about? The sniper we caught. You care about him, don't you? You wanted to start a new life with him. That's none of your business. But it's funny you mention him. Thanks to you and your colleagues, I won't see him ever again. Didn't you just tell me it was bad to put people away against their will? My daughter harmed nobody. Your friend killed someone and might start a war. Maybe we can make a trade. What trade? Don't try to fuck with me. I know he's never getting out of there. Probably not, but I could deliver a message. What do you want in return? Promise me to keep Laura safe. Promise that I'll get her back when this is over. That depends on your actions, but I can promise that we'll actually let her go if you work with us. All right, what's your message? Tell him the moon rises in the south. Okay. I'll be back with more instructions.